What is the value of human life? Is a mayor more worth than an orphan? A celebrity more worth than a construction worker? We tell ourselves, of course not. Every life is equal. It is the foundation of our morality, the bedrock of our ethics. But what if you were forced to prove it? What if a single ethical choice becomes the trigger for a nightmare that could swallow the world? Here in Surat, as the day begins to wind down, the city becomes a sea of anonymous faces, millions of people, each with their own story, their own struggles, their own capacity for good and for evil, all passing each other by. It's easy to forget, in the sheer scale of it all, how a single decision by a single person can ripple outwards with terrifying consequences. There is no story that explores this terrifying truth more meticulously, more patiently than Naoki Urasaka's masterpiece, Monster. This is not a story of magic or max. There are no superpowers or fantasy world. Its horror is found not in the supernatural, but in the chilling darkness of human nature. Our story begins with a choice. Dr. Kenzo Tenma is a prodigy destined for the top. One night, two patients are rushed into his emergency room: the city's mayor, who has suffered a stroke, and a young boy with a gunshot wound to the head. The hospital director orders Tenma to operate on the mayor, a politically valuable life, but Tenma clinches to his ideals, making a different choice. He defies his superiors and operates on the orphan boy, saving his life. He does the right thing. He affirms that all life is equal, and in doing so, he unleashes a monster upon this world. 9 years passes. A series of horrifying, untraceable murder begins to occur around Tenma, and at the center of it all is a ghost, a whisper, a young man with a beautiful face and empty eyes. That young man is Johann Liebert, the very boy Tenma saved. He is not just a killer, he is a void, a perfect manipulator who doesn't need to lift a finger to orchestrate chaos. He finds the darkness already lurking in people's heart and simply gives it a little push. Monster is a slow burn thriller that unfolds across the path of Cold War Europe. It's a vast, sprawling narrative that meticulously builds a web of intrigue. But the central question it poses is not how do we catch the killer, it is what is a monster? Is a monster born or is it created? Johann is the ultimate enigma. He has no desires, no grand ambitions for wealth or for power. His only goal seems to be a quiet, perfect nihilism. To be the last one standing at the end of the world, erasing every trace that he and everyone else ever existed. The series tracks his origins back to a secret, horrifying orphanage, Kinderheim 511, a place designed to strip children of their names, their emotions, their very identity, to craft perfect soldiers. Johann is the program's perfect successor and its most devastating failure. He is what remains when you carve out a person's humanity. But the genius of Monster is that it's not just Tenma's story. His journey to hunt down Johann becomes a pilgrimage, connecting a tapestry of broken lives all touched by Johann's shadow. A brilliant detective who can't accept the impossible, a young woman searching for the memories of a traumatic past, a jaded journalist who gave up hope. Each of these characters is meticulously written, their individual struggles forming the true emotion core of the series. They are the counterpoint to Johann's nihilism, where he seeks to erase, they seek to remember. Where he preys on weakness, they find strength in connection. They are proof that even in the face of absolute despair, the human spirit endures. Tenma's quest is not just about stopping a killer, it's about validating the worth of every single life Johann has tried to extinguish. The series weaponizes patience, the pacing is deliberate, methodical, it builds tension not with jump scares, but with quiet conversations in dimly lit rooms. With the dawning horror on a character's face, with the slow, creeping realization of just how deep Johann's influence runs. The horror is real precisely because it feels like it could happen. There are no easy answers. Morality is murky, dangerous landscape. The title, Monster, is not a label for Johann. It is a question posed to the audience. Who is the real monster? The boy who kills without feelings, or the system that tortured a kid until he had no feelings left? It is the darkness inside one man, or the apathy of a world that allows such darkness to fester. Dr. Tenma began his journey by trying to correct a mistake, to kill the monster he saved. But his journey ends with a profound understanding. The only way to defeat a monster like Johann isn't to stoop to his level. It's not to erase him, but to do the one thing he was always denied, to give him a name, to acknowledge his past, to treat him like a human being. Monster is a masterpiece of psychological suspense. It's a story that will stay with you as long as you live. It doesn't give you the comfort of a world neatly divided into good and evil. Instead, it leaves you with a lingering, unsettling questions, looking at the sea of faces around you and wondering what stories and what horrors lie dormant behind their eyes.